What is up, everyone? It's me, Graham, your buddy, your pal, welcoming you back for episode 4 of Would You Please Stop Saying That? Now, friends, I think we could agree that when it comes to encouragement, even when our intentions are good, sometimes our methods of encouraging a friend or loved one miss the mark. Here's an example. Let's say that you have a friend or colleague who's going through a rough time. You identify that they're in distress and you ask them, what's going on? Because you genuinely care. And after they spill their heart, you might find yourself searching for the right words to say or the correct terminology to use that's going to be encouraging to them in that moment. And if we're at a loss for words, we might say something like, somebody always has it worse, right? Like, gain some perspective, friend. You lost your job? Tens of millions of people are out of work right now. Having trouble in your marriage? Hey, at least you're still together. Even something deeply tragic, like losing someone close to you. Well, over 100,000 people die every single day. Now, in most cases, when we're faced with trial and struggle, it could always be worse, right? The statement itself is not untrue, but the statement does not address or acknowledge the hurt that an individual is experiencing. Just because their situation could be worse doesn't mean their pain is insignificant. Also, even though empathy can be a great tool in times of distress, remember, our pain is not a competition. If your friend is having a bad day, don't try to one-up them by elaborating on the disappointing details of your own. So what can we say when we don't have the right words of encouragement? Friend, I hear you. I acknowledge your hurt. How can I help? Sometimes we just want to be heard, to know that our pain is valid, that we matter to someone, even if we don't yet know how to move forward. Also, be encouraged to pray with that person. James chapter 5, verse 13 says this, "Is anyone among you suffering? Let him pray. Is anyone cheerful? Let him sing songs of praise." Friends, through the redemptive power of Christ, God doesn't leave us in our suffering. He meets us in our suffering. So remember, just because somebody always has it worse doesn't mean that statement is going to be encouraging or edifying to our friend in their pain. Let's meet them in their suffering, encourage them, pray for them, and point them to Jesus.